Good morning, all. Camelback Trading 2724 coming to you this Tuesday morning, May 19th. We're looking at the market profile of the SPY ETF here on Window Trader. And after a very nice day yesterday for the bulls, remember we have that tremendous gap underneath us. We went out with a price probe. We went out with an afternoon pullback low. We went out with single prints. Right now, with just over an hour to go prior to the opening, the bulls are giving a lot of that back. Now, the odds of this gap getting filled the first time there are very, very slim. We do have Powell and Mnuchin testifying, I believe, at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on the coronavirus. So that is absolutely something to keep an eye on. Maybe that's a reason some of these buyers are giving up some of these gains from yesterday as they wait to hear. So let's go over destinations and a game plan for this morning. So for the upside, right now, until we get more market-generated information, my first upside destination will be the pre-market high of 295.64. Then we don't have anything to yesterday's high of 296.75. Then a daily high of 298.78, and filling the gap at 300.01 from March 6th, 123-point gap. For the downside, right now it looks like that price probe at 296.07 is being firmly rejected. Then we had the afternoon pullback low of 294.53. Now, it's still an hour to go, so we could still get above it. Then we have the single prints. They start at 294.47 and get filled at 19. We're trading below that right now. Then we have yesterday's low of 292.90 and then filling the gap at 286.33, a 637-point gap. Now we also have 293.42 right now is our pre-market low. So what is the game plan for this morning? Well, even though we did have a trend day, did turn into a P-shape for short covering. Volume ended up at 120 million, which is above average. Our average right now is only 100 million, so it's getting easier and easier to beat. If we looked like we were going to be opening up inside balance, inside value, I would say, well, then you can take some call plays because you had the afternoon pullback low and the single prints to lean on. Right now, we don't have that. So, do I want to be a buyer right now where we're trading below the single prints? Not really. You can take one if you want and use yesterday's low as your out because that gap is fairly large. Now, again, I don't think the gap's getting filled the first time in there, but that doesn't mean we can't take a good $2 out of it. So it would depend on how much heat you want to take if we get into that gap. Remember, context is key. Yesterday, the indices were up huge. So when I said I was hoping for B to take out A's low to get long, different context because we had the market so strong in our favor. This morning, we do not have that as of yet. Now, short. So right now, I'm waiting for some more market-generated information for a long. Do I want to take a short? Not either. I don't want to do that either. There's nothing really to lean on. Yes, we're looking to open up below value possibly. But if you take a short play here, where is your out? Is it above G's low? Is it back to the POC? These aren't a lot to lean on. They're only 8 wide. I'm not going to really lean on that. I think the big thing, again, I talk about this a lot. M period comes into play a lot of times the following day. It's very erratic that day, but the following day it becomes a pretty good tool to use if we get into it. So, right now we're trading at 294. M's low from yesterday was 294.74. So, if you want to take a short play around here, then I would use M's low really as my out. Right? That's about 74 cents worth of heat. And why is that? Because we see a lot of times, maybe we get into M, it gets rejected right away and you hold on to your short. But there's a lot of times M period is used. If you get accepted into it, well, there's nothing to the top really until the high of the day. Yes, we may stop at where the price probe was, where there were buyers yesterday. Maybe sellers will show up since it's being rejected. But if you do get accepted back into M period and you're short, I would be careful. There again, no harm waiting for market-generated information. Again, no harm waiting to see what's being said by Powell at 10 a.m. Now let's go to the charts. Okay, monthly. Well, they had a very successful day yesterday coming out of an inside month to the upside. Stopped the one-time framing down, so we're firmly in balance. Now, it's a monthly. We're not going to know at the end of the month if that inside month up is successful or not. Right now, we're 80 cents below last month's high. Right? Does that make it a failure? Not necessarily, but right now, as of right now, we're rejecting breaking out of an inside month. Weekly. Came out of a 3-week balance to the upside. I call it balanced up because I said it was only Monday. Well, same thing. Right now, we're back inside this 3-week balance, but it's only Tuesday morning. Remains to be seen. Do we get sucked back into this balance? If we do, your ultimate destination will be the bottom of it. If we close above it, well, then maybe you can still get extension to the upside. It's only Tuesday. And again, same on the daily. I called it up. Right now, I'm still calling it up. I want to see if we hold yesterday's low. Gap is my main focus. Yes, we're back inside of this entire balance right now, but let's see how the day evolves. If sellers are able, if this is only a one-day thing above this whole thing, well, then that's not bad for the sellers, and then we'll start eating away at that gap. If it's just a pullback for the buyers to rest and then go back higher, well, then we should see the 200 moving day eventually. All updates prior to the opening, all throughout the trading day, are given to my traders in my trading room. Come check us out, camelbacktrading.org. Have a great day trading, and we'll recap the day at 4 p.m.